Another service is referral. Refers to Referral refers to assistance rendered to client or their significant others in obtaining services from other people or agencies that might be more effective in helping them. Okay, so what is this referral? Circumstances under which referral may take place. So the counselor believes that she cannot be objective with a client. For example, you have dual relationship with a client. You are cousin, you are related, you are friends, or you have conflict with the client, or you cannot be objective with the client. So you need to refer the client to other counselor. Okay. Another, the client believes that she cannot work with a counselor. Okay. So although in UNC, in college, in the college setting, we are assigned on different colleges. For example, I'm assigned with CBA, but the client can choose who the counselor he or she would like to talk to. If, for example, he or she is more comfortable with Anchi or Ma'am Tel than me, so he can he can seek counseling from the other counselor. Another is non-professional relationship is beyond the competency of the counselor. Okay. Another is the counselor is no longer available. For example, um, the counselor transferred to other department or to other school, so we need to refer the student. And specialized attention is needed. For example, the client is already suffering from anxiety disorder or depression. Okay, so sometimes if it's already severe or the client cannot anymore handle it, they can refer it to a psychologist, a psychiatrist. Okay, so what are the external consultant or agencies? It can be medical, dental doctors. So if the client is not feeling well, sometimes we call this the clinic. We refer the client to the clinic. It can be also be clinical psychologist, priest, pastor, or nuns if they need pastoral care, speech therapist for students who have speech problem. It can also be lawyer, USWD for child abuse, rehabilitation center, family crisis center. Okay, so those were the agency for external consultants. Ethical consideration. The counselor has valid reason for deciding on a referral. So, hindi ka lang basta mag-refer, you should have a valid reason. The counselor knows the specific area of concern requiring the referral. The counselor is familiar with where services are available. So, as counselor, you should be familiar with external consultant or agencies are. When do you need to refer your clients? So where services are available, what services are available, who renders them, how much the services would cost. For example, you would refer the client to the psychologist. You should know how much is the consultation fee, the credentials of the external consultant, and the client has agreed to the referral and it's done. So we don't just refer the client. We need an agreement that you are referring the client. And the external consultant know what the referral is for and has accepted the referral. The counselor and the client have agreed about the information that can be revealed to the external consultant. So you ask first the client if you can reveal personal information um, to the external consultant. The counselor introduces the referred party to the external consultant. The counselor follows up to ensure that the referred party gets the assistance needed. Okay? So after the referral, you ask the client, for example, he or she needs to visit the psychologist, you need to ask the client about his or her visit, if his or her needs were able to was attended to. The counselor gives feedback to and receives feedback from the external consultant regarding the progress of the client, and the counselor does not interfere with the work of the external consultant, and the counselor does not charge for referral. So you don't ask um, commission for the referral that you are doing. Another is placement. Okay, another is placement. Placement is ensuring the people are in the right place at the right time. Helping people find a place that will contribute to their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health and well-being by Villiers 2007. So there are different types of placement. It can be personal, social, educational, or academic placement, occupational, or career placement. Okay. Um, so I will not anymore explain this. So you just read on different types of placement. Okay. For the personal social placement, crisis center, shelter, halfway home for battered women, mental hospitals, substance abuse centers. So if they need these types of center, okay, you assist them. Home for unwed centers, music schools, speech schools, art schools. Okay. For academic placement, it can be private school, public school, special school, tutor school. For graduating students, training sessions for resume writing. Okay, so these are the career planning activities. Filling up the form. So in UNC, we have this CPSO Career Placement Service Office, CPSO by Ma'am Joanne Dangkalan. Okay, so they are doing this type of activity. Interview, testing behavior, like work values inventory, job handling skills, and etc. For job fairs, they also conduct job fairs. They also invite employers, and even though the students already graduated, they assist students for employment placement. Okay, other types of services is follow-up, in-school follow-up and out-school follow-up. So, like a physician who checks on whether his patient has recovered from illness, the counselor should also find out what happened to his counselee. Okay, so we need to follow up our client. We need to message them. How are you doing? What's up? Okay. How is your concern? How are you? Okay, without follow-up, the counseling is incomplete. So we don't just counsel student. We need to know what happened in the process. Okay, it can also be out-school follow-up. Secure information about former students, about our alumni or alumnus. Provide continuing services for students after they leave school. Okay, so sometimes there are students who will still visit you in your guidance office or message you about personal concern or career concern. Ensuring the students who graduated are hired in companies. Commonly overlooked service in the Philippine schools. Okay, so in UNC, we have a very good CPSO, career placement office. So out of school follow-up determines where graduates went after leaving schools, where dropout school leavers went, reasons for dropping out or leaving the school, how well graduates are doing in their jobs. So they are gathering this type of data. The CPSO is gathering this type of data. Um, Maybe I can ask Ma'am Joan if I can share to you her video before during the RSM on CPSO. And then follow up, in school follow up, like a physician who checks on whether his patient has recovered from an illness. The counselor should also find out what happened to his counseling. Without follow up, the counseling is incomplete. We already have. So this is the follow up questionnaire. Okay, this is an example of follow up questionnaires. Okay, and then lastly, the evaluation. Okay, so research and evaluation. Research, service-oriented activity, discover new knowledge, advance current knowledge, substantiate theory, indispensable for personal and professional growth. So, research and evaluation services. Research and evaluation is part of our services. So, program evaluation. So, we make sure that every time we have group guidance, information service, or orientation service, we are providing evaluation. So we collect relevant information, determine if the program goals are met, basis for modification of delivery of service, justifies the existence of the guidance program. So what are the types of evaluation? It can be formative or summative. So formative are conducted during the planning and operation of the program, used to improve the content and delivery, process and content examination done by qualified person. And formative evaluation is also for revision. Summative evaluation is conducted after the program or service or the activity implemented to determine effectiveness, inform decision to be made whether to continue, revise, or terminate. So here's an example of an evaluation form. Okay. Okay. So here are the types of evaluation. So for the references of these guidance services, just check on this. Okay, thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from this. So just continue to review your guidance services. This is very important to us as a guidance counselor. Okay, thank you for listening.